My wife was 7 months pregnant with our first child when I was diagnosed with cancer. We were so excited about the season of life that we were moving into a new home and about to welcome our first child into our family. We had some friends that were also expecting their first child, and the girls wanted to get away for a weekend, kind of a baby moon. So we asked the girls where they'd like to go. They said they wanted to go see snow. So we flew out to Colorado for the weekend, and the guys skied and the girls stayed by the fire in the chalet and just had a wonderful weekend together. We came back and I had taken a couple of pretty hard falls on the ski trip, and I thought I'd hurt my side from one of the falls. But I knew as the days went on something wasn't right. So I went to the doctor. That was the Monday of Christmas week. Went to the doctor. He did several scans that day and told me to come back to his office right after the scans to meet with him. I came back that day. He looked at me and said, "This is cancer." It took my breath away. I went home, called my wife. She came home, and we together at that moment prayed and were reminded of scripture from Jeremiah 29:11. Where God's promise is that He's going to give us a hope and a future. He doesn't say that's always going to be easy, but He says He's going to be with us. I had surgery to remove the tumor. I thought that would be the end of the journey, but it wasn't. The doctors, after a biopsy of the tumor, said this was a fairly aggressive form of cancer and it was going to require more extensive surgery. We went to a specialist out of town. And that specialist agreed, and 3 weeks prior to Brittany's due date, had to have more major surgery. The doctor didn't think that I would be able to be there for my wife and to see my son born. We prayed and asked God to allow that to happen, and He did. I was able to be there for my wife and to hold my son as he was born. You know, God's promises give us a hope and a future. Hope is alive. And it's only because of God's grace and answer to prayer that I'm here today. Coming up October 6th through the 8th, we're going to be sharing more stories of hope. We want to hear your story. We want you to tune in and hear stories of hope. Thank you for being a part of the Light FM ministry, where hope is alive.